Yeah, it's your boy LuFX, L.O.W.__FX, Lanky J signing in. Yeah, how was the weekend? Mine was good. It was a milking weekend for me, a glorious one for me. Yeah, and by the grace of God, yeah, I'm having a milking week already. Yeah. But I just want to drop straight right into the shot like I always do. We don't want to waste time. This is the New Zealand card, and it's not really a high volume market, so you can trade it on a very small account, as low as $10, yeah, and $20 upwards. So yeah, this is it. Yeah, when I got into the chart, by the way, when I got into the chart, I don't want to waste too much time in the video. When I got into the chart, this is what I saw on a daily. Yeah, it was no regular trend. Yeah, if you're looking at it from an angle, it was a sideways trend, because so far the market hasn't been able to break this high and break this low. But I looked at it from an ulterior, an extensive angle, and this was what I saw. Yeah, this was what I saw. There was a downtrend here. But there was one thing I learned, and I've telling you guys for a very long time. We are not focusing on, if you can see this first lower high here, it happened 2016 November, on the 29th of November 2016, is outdated, you get. But although we use those levels as exit points, at their levels, but there's no way our major focus is on. You get, our major focus is on the recent price, so that's why I had to zoom in. You get, but let me just break it down just so you understand. This is a downtrend. Like I said, there's no such thing as a perfect downtrend, but we know it's a downtrend. Yeah, and in the downtrend, we know that what characterizes a downtrend are lower highs and lower lows. But in a downtrend, we are focused on the lower highs, because that's where we get our entries from. We're selling from the resistance to the support, so we are at the resistance level, that's at the lower high. So that's why I only draw my trend, my resisting trend line. I don't draw my supportive trend line, because I'm focused. I don't use the buys, right? I take the sells. I don't trade again. I don't counter trade. You get. So this was it. And you get, from here, this was our first lower high. Follow the middle of the cross here, please. This is our first lower high, our second lower high, our second lower, third lower high, fourth lower high. It was a double top. It gave us a retest here, and it broke our previous lower low, which was here. This thing was kind of confusing to some people when we were doing some analysis some other time. It broke. If you observe, it broke. You can see that it broke here. Yeah, and it broke, and it came back, making this current lower high valid. Let me draw that. Yeah, if it didn't broke before, I wouldn't have said this lower high was valid, but it broke it and came back here, so it made this lower high valid. You get, so we are expecting the next lower high to be below our previous lower high, right? Because this is a downtrend. But the forex market became, and all this drama and everything, it broke above. This is not what I'm trying to do, but I'm just gonna give you a preview of what happened in the market, a breakdown. You get, so the market broke our current lower high. Yeah, it broke it, and then we knew that, of course, the direction of the market has changed. This was a downtrend, but now in my mind, I know that the market has changed already. So let me draw my new higher high. I'm going to use my eclipse. Yeah, this was my new higher high. And if you can see, like I said, pay attention to levels. Is very important, man. It's very important. You can see there's a level that's been corresponding from here up until here. Good. That was why we had this major rejection from this point down to this point. You get, and the market will not fall down to nowhere zone. It's going to fall down also to a zone. If you are wise, this is a zone. Yeah, it fell down to this point. Good. So you can see what happened in the market. This was, and I was teaching a student of mine, this was a double top. This was a double top. This was a double bottom, sorry. It was a double bottom, and this was kind of like the retest of the double bottom. Simple, period. You get, and the market started moving upwards. You get, so let's start counting. So now when the market is moving upward, I told you guys before that by the time we're expecting a change in direction, let's say this market is in the downtrend right now, then we're expecting the market already broke the trend like it did right now. The new trend has started before you knew it. If you will observe, this was our lower high, our low, higher low. This one here, this already was our higher low. This already was our higher low. You get, this already was our higher low. But here it hasn't broken already, but we knew that it was our higher low because we were expecting a breakout. So this was, if you observe the move, this was where we expected the first bullish move. It was kind of choppy here, and there was an impulse, correction, an impulse, and yeah, we got our higher high. So we got a double bottom here still. There was a breakout, a retest here, good. But if you want to call it double bottom, you can. If you don't, you can't. So we already know this is an uptrend in a short term. So this was where I got my entry, because like I said, I just wanted to analyze from the previous years, the previous price action, just so you should know what happened and why we are where we are currently right now. So what I did, according to Swag, he said you zoom in, and I zoomed in, and this was what I saw. This was what I saw. First of all, I would like to draw my levels. This was what I saw on the market. This was what I saw. Good. Let me zoom in. Already have it in your mind that this is a up. The market currently, like my previous price, was an uptrend. So let's draw our levels. The first thing you do is identify your levels. One, that was my lowest. The first thing I do is identify my lowest and my highest. So as my highest, you can see the chart is clean, a very decorated chart. Then I guess my median level, we've got two median levels here, which was this one here. I wouldn't want to extend the horizontal, but you can see the horizontal also is correct. I told you guys from the beginning, pay attention to levels. So now you can see that my horizontal is still valid. You get? Then this is my median level. I said we had two median levels here. If you're paying attention, this was the next median level. This was one here. Yeah, this was one here, because we saw a reversal. We saw a breakout, a retest, and the market also touched it here. So it touched it more than twice. So we can call that a median level. Good. So these are market. You can see if you're focusing on this side, we're gonna have a very, very crowded market. Analysis is not gonna be clean. You get? But now we can see that, okay, this analysis the chart is clean. As I explained, you can understand. Don't forget that we're still on the 1 day. So what I did was the market has a lot of levels though. So what I did was, the next thing I did was I had to go to the Fibonacci. I used the Fibonacci tool because I wanted to know my stops and my entries. Like I said, indicators, I always repeat this. You have your own point of view, that's for you. But for me, indicators are just to know market conditions. That's what we use indicators for. That's what I use indicators for. You get? I don't use indicators for entries. You get? And Fibonacci, I use Fibonacci to identify my stops and my exits. That's what I use Fibonacci for, to identify my stops and my exits. So if you'll observe, my levels are this. I took it from the lowest to the highest. You get? I took it from the lowest to the highest, or from the lowest to the highest, yeah, because the market was coming from here to here. Took it from the lowest to the highest, and I had on the 38.0.382, there was a level here, a minor level here. Good. Where the market is right now, we observe the minor level around this area. Yeah, good. Then we also had a level here. I want to identify that because these are levels where we'll be expecting a little bit of turning. Yeah, there's a level here. If you observe, it's correct. There's a level here. Good. This is a live analysis because I'm also on you can see the level here too. Good. I'm also on this trade live. I'm trading this market live. Yeah. So I'm going to remove the Fibonacci. So now we can see what's going on in the market right now. We can see our levels are aligned. This is a little bit sketchy. But yeah, I know where to expect turns in the market. I know where to expect. If you've been following me, this is not regular with me, but I had to do this because of how structured this current New Zealand card is. You get? I don't want to leave no no space. You get? So we already know what's going on in the market. We already have our highs, our lows, our median levels all in check. So now we have to look for the current trend. What's the current trend? What's the current condition? I told you guys, on the previous chart, this was a downtrend. On this current charts where we stopped at, this was a higher low. This was our higher high. I'm gonna identify that. And this was this is an uptrend, so I'm only focused on higher lows. This was a higher low, because I told you guys before, I'm looking for higher lows in the uptrend, because I'm buying from the support, taking it to the resistance. So nothing concerns me. I'm not concerned about the support, the resisting trend. I'm only concerned about the supportive trend. Good. This was a higher low. Good. This was a higher low. Good. And you can see from this higher low, the market broke our previous higher high. So that makes this the next higher low valid. Good, because it broke our previous higher high. Good, so this one was valid. Good. And here it didn't break, this higher low didn't break, but it came back here and broke our previous high that was here. Good, so that made this our higher low valid. Good, pardon the noise please. Yeah, so this is what we have here. We've got higher lows and higher lows and higher lows, and from what we observe is that our higher low, this was our previous higher low here, and the market broke it, broke again our previous higher low, and give us a retest here. Good. So automatically we already knew that the market already changed. Like I said, I'm a trend trader. I learned from FX Gold, I learned from Swaggy C, Swag Academy. So you should know what I'm talking about. I only trade trending market. I don't trade choppy markets. So we can see that it was an uptrend. If I should draw my trend line, it's not gonna touch, but let me just do that from here. This was an uptrend. Or if you don't want to do it that way, you can do it like this. Yeah, from the lowest down to here. Yeah, this was it. It was the uptrend, correct? This was our uptrend, and the market obviously broke down, yeah, and give us a retest here, making here our new lower high. So you can see how the market moved from a downtrend to uptrend, and from an uptrend to a downtrend. Good. Here our second lower high. I'm not focused on the lower low, focus on the lower highs, because if you're focused on the lower low, that's you're taking a buy in a downtrend. If you're focused on the lower high, you're taking the sell in the downtrend, and that's what I'm focused on. Yeah. And we can see that the market broke our previous lower low, which was here. It broke it, so that makes this current lower high valid. Yeah, it broke it here, so it made it valid. Yeah. Made it valid. Good. So there was one thing I saw here that was one of the reasons I took this on YouTube. Okay, I'm still going to categorize this as a lower high, but this. Good. Why I did that was this. This is a level. This current place is a level, so I'll be expecting price to break this level. If price breaks this level, let me do that here. If price breaks this level, give me a retest, automatically I already know that my bias has changed from a sell to a buy. I'm gonna take it up here, correct? But right now price didn't break. Price gave us a reject, and it started falling. Remember what I told you guys in my previous video? Anytime you see a strong candle rejection. That's a strong week of expect a very bullish move, and this was what happened on a daily. So you should know what will happen for you guys on the 4 hours, on the 1 hour, on 1 hourly. This was a 38.2% bullish candle that reversed, gave you a very strong weak rejection, and it's falling all the way down. It came back here, fell all the way down, but it still hasn't broken our previous lower low, which was here. I'm going to indicate that for you. You're gonna hear a lot of lower highs and lower lows from me. Yeah, good. You see, it hasn't broken it. This was it. So you can see how the market is right now. Let me draw my trend line from my up down here. Good. You can see this was my first lower high, lower high, lower high, still at the same level. Didn't break above lower high. So I will only take the buy, like I told you guys, I will only take the buy when it breaks this lower high here. Breaks it, gives me a retest. I'll take it down to this level, the next level here. Then if it breaks this level again, this is breaking down the market for you. If it breaks this level, gives me a retest, I'm gonna take it all the way down here. That's forex for you. You can see it. But right now this market is falling. Good, it's falling. So I was like, okay, how can I take advantage of the fall? How can I take advantage of the fall? Because I saw a strong weak rejection here around this level here. So I was like, okay, let's dive into the 4 hour and let's see what's going to happen, what's happening in the market. Yeah, and this was what I saw. Have it in your mind that this market is an overall downtrend. So I've got the seller's bias in my mind is on a higher percentage. You get. So I was obviously looking for a sell here. I'm looking for a sell here, and this was, I said it was a scalping market. So my plan here was this: if the market broke my previous lower low, which was here, the market broke my previous lower low, which was here, I'll wait for a retest. That's my law. I don't know if you've got your law. My trading plan, this is what I told myself: no retest, no trade. No retest, no trade. Take it down and go back to my to identify my levels. Good. I'll take it down to this level here that was given to me by the Fibonacci. I'll take it down to this level here. Good. And I guess in the market that was about, yeah, here. Good, neat. So yeah, that was about a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio trade. Yeah, so let's go back into the 4 hours. So you can see how I analyze the chart only from the daily. Yeah, so I went down into the 4 hourly and I was like, okay, I guess this market is gonna come all the way down here. So how can I take advantage of the sell? Because if I'm gonna wait for the market to break, I guess it's gonna happen. I guess that was gonna happen at night on Monday or on Tuesday. So I was like, okay, how can I take advantage of the market? And on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that the market was building a lower high here, a lower high here, another lower high here. Good. So I was like, okay, let me identify that on the 4 hour. This was a new lower high. Good. This was another lower high. Good. So you can see we've got new lower highs in the 4 hour time frame. So I was like, okay, and if you observe, our second lower high broke our previous lower low, making this one valid. So my next, I didn't take advantage of the trade right from the first lower high, this one here. So I was like, okay, I'm supposed to take advantage of the market here. So this was what I did here. I saw a level here. And I'm going to show you guys. This was a level here. This was a level here. This was a level here. Good. This was a level here. Correct. So I was expecting, I was like, okay, the market is going to come up here. Give me a retest here. You see, and I'm gonna take my sell all the way down all the way down here, my previous lower low, or I put my take profit here, by the way. Yeah, all the way down here. Good. So you can see how I was able to dissect this market. This was a level here, so I was expecting the market to come back here. Yeah, and of course the market is gonna do that. The market is gonna do that because that's what it's doing right now. The market is gonna do that. It's gonna come back here, give me a retest, and fall down to the lowest because obviously it's gonna break. Yeah, but on the right sense, I would advise you don't put your take profit here. Put your take profit on the previous low, which is here. That was where I put my take profit, so don't copy me, but I'm gonna put your take profit here on the previous low. When it breaks, retest, you take it down here. Exactly, you trade the market in levels. So this was my analysis. I got into the 1 hour. Still the same thing, nothing much. Yeah, exactly. You can see what's happening in the 1 hour. The market gave us a pin bar here. That means it's reversing. It's reversing down to this point. Comes here, we're expecting a major sell down to here. Here, simple. That's it. It's low FX. Like I said, I just did on the top. I just did on the breakdown. So the market this is a live market. It hasn't happened right now. It's a signal. It's a signal. Let me give you guys the, yeah. If I take my trade here, let's say for example I take my trade here, my stop loss is here, my take stop loss is here, my take profit is here. This will be a 3.1 risk to reward ratio trade. I said this before. This will be a 3.1 risk to reward ratio trade. A 3.1 risk to reward ratio trade. So it's a good trade. It's a good trade. It hasn't yet happened. This video is live. A 3.1. 3.1 risk to reward ratio trade. Yeah, 3.1 risk to reward ratio trade. So it's a good trade. Like I told you, I took my sell very early. Yeah, I took my sell very early. So right now I'm in the trade and I guess I'm currently in loss. Yeah, I'm currently in a loss, but my stop loss is still above, so I'm still holding. It's gonna come and give me a return. It's gonna start falling down. But I'm scalping this one for real. Yeah, I'm scalping this one. I guess it's gonna happen. This is gonna happen throughout the day. Yeah, it's gonna happen throughout the day. Yeah, but the main move I'm anticipating in this current market, like I said, is on the 4 hour, and also you can see it on the daily. Is this because of the current trend? I'm expecting the market to break. If you'll observe, if you know market patterns, you know when we have a support and a we have a trend against a support or a resistance, we're expecting the market to break the support or the resistance. Like in this case, it's a resisting market, a resisting trend against a support, and we guess the market is a resisting trend against a support. We know for sure the market is going to break the support. If it's a supportive, if it's a resisting, so if it's a resisting level against a supportive trend, we're expecting the market. We know that for sure the market is going to break the resistance. So that's why I'm very confident that the market is going to break this current support. Give me a retest, and I'm going to take the buy down to here. Yeah. So when this is about to end, but before I close this video, I'm going to give you guys one simple advice: do not be greedy. Do not be greedy. Do not be greedy. It's an advice, man. It's an advice, man. Discipline rules the market, man. If you are anticipating a $50 profit from a trade and you see $40, take it. Even before it hits your stop loss. It happened to me on Euro USD on Friday before the market closed. On Euro USD JPY, I had a $44 profit and I was expecting about a $58 to $56 total reward. But I was like, okay, I can take profit. $46, $42, $42, $46 is a good reward in a $56 market or $52 market. So I was like, okay, let me take. Immediately I took the market. There was a news that was released in the US market. Just immediately I took the market. Immediately I took my profit, and immediately the market reversed, both in the USD JPY and in the Euro USD. Immediately those market reversed and they went deep into the opposing direction. If I held the trade for a very long time, I was still being patient than the rest. I would have taken the loss. Obviously, when I checked the trade this morning, the market it already hit my stop loss and started going. I say, I mean, the market started going away, man. So it's an advice I'm gonna give to you. If you're expecting a $30 profit from it, the total reward from a trade, for those of you that know how to calculate pips, you say, okay, I'm expecting a $30 reward, and you see a $25 profit, take the profit, man. It's just $5 remain. Do not feel bad about taking profits. It's low FX. I hope this video has been of good help to you. This is a signal, by the way. Low FX signing out.